Good morning everyone. I am Dari Luis Tika Serial and together with my partner Kisha Kadungog, we'll be reporting global divides, the North and the South. So first thing foremost, introduction. In the 1980s, the Bronze Line was developed as a way of showing how the world was geographically split into relatively richer and poorer nations. So richer countries are almost all located in the northern hemisphere. Poorer countries are mostly located in tropical regions and in the southern hemisphere. The term the North and the South, when used in a global context, are alternative designation for developed and developing countries. The North is the developed countries or developed nations, and the South is the developing or the developing countries or nations. The North-South divide is broadly considered a socio-economic and political divide. So the example of global North or the countries belongs to global North or the richer hemisphere or richer side is the America, Canada, Japan, Europe, South Korea, Singapore, Australia, and New Zealand. So, Global North. Global North, or 1/4 of the world population, refers to the developing societies of Europe, the North America, which are characterized by established democracy, technological advancement, political stability, aging population, zero population growth, and dominance of the world trade and politics. So, there are different problems arising in the global north or yung mga countries na nasa northern hemisphere. May mga disadvantages sila or yung mga problems that they faced or mga economical issues or societal issues that they faced po. So, we have overconsumption and food wastage, widespread poverty, specifically in Ireland and UK. Tapos, may expensive healthcare sila. Also, increasing rate of mental health problems. Kasi diba, kung napapansin nyo, yung mga nasa Northern Hemisphere, yung mga countries na belong in the global North, or mga developed countries, mas mataas yung mental health problems nila. Like other surveys, makikita niyo sa other surveys, sa buong mundo, yung mga nasa developed countries, sila pa yung mas maraming mental health rates, yung mataas yung mga mental health rates kesa sa mga developing countries. And the more developed the countries are, mas mataas po yung pangkuha or expensive yung mga healthcare services nila. Kasi mas mataas yung technological advancements, mas mga high-end makinarya yung mga ginagamit sa mga hospitals. Kaya naman hindi mura yung healthcare nila because they also have yung mga health insurances, death insurance, mga ganun. Dito sa atin, PhilHealth lang pero di pa covered lahat.
Global South. Let me tell you a small history about Global South. The first use of Global South in a contemporary political sense was in 1969 by Carl Oglesby, writing in a Catholic journal Commonwealth in a special issue of the Vietnam War. Oglesby argued that the centuries of Northern dominance over the Global South has converged to produce an unlivable social order. Now, what do you think is the Global South? According to Odette 2010, the Global South is the developing countries, which is 3/4 of the world population, represents mainly agrarian economies in Africa, India, China, Latin America, and others that are not as economically sound and politically stable as their global north counterparts and tend to be characterized by turmoil, war, conflict, poverty, anarchy, and tyranny. Global South is still developing countries. They are less resources and money, so daghan ang nagasuffer sa poverty. Global South is also third world. Poor and less developed region, 5% has enough food and shelter. For example, ang Philippines, marami ang mahihirap sa ating bansa at alam natin yan. Kaya kahit sabihin natin na mayaman ang ating bansa, marami pa rin talagang mga mahirap. Also source for our raw materials of the North, cotton production depended entirely on cotton and agriculture. And also, according to Claudio 2014, the term Global South is a metaphor for interstate inequality and a product of Western imagination. Global South refers to the socio-economic and political divide primarily focused on the southern hemisphere of the 1569 designed Mercatorian map. Sa inyong nakita sa kilid, mao na ang Mercatorian map. New colonialism and labor conditions are also problem in Global South. New colonialism is a foreign capital used for the exploitation rather than for the development of the less developed parts of the world. And labor conditions is mga unemployment and underemployment.